Chapter 11. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Before that, Lu Shu has eaten a lot of primary spiritual energy fruits. In addition, the aura of the floating island is already abundant. If you accumulate it carefully, breakthroughs will come naturally. When the advanced spiritual energy fruit grows, my cultivation speed will definitely be faster. Lu Shu's eyes lit up. Just after the skill upgrade, the bottleneck of cultivation was broken. If you add the advanced skill fruits, the effect will be incredible. I am afraid that even the 9th level of Qi training can easily break through. After the realm breakthrough, Lu Shu found that the mental power he had previously consumed was fully restored in an instant. He could release his powers again. However, with the previous lessons, Lu Shu would not easily use the power of the shaking fruit again. He was shocked to find that his mental power is not as high as that of other Pikachu. The mental power of any Pikachu has reached B+ level, he is only C level, and, after activating the resonance, Lu Shu uses his own to release the ability of the earthquake fruit. Mental power, let Pikachu take care of the fighting. It's time to attack the Grey World. Lu Shu's heart moved slightly. He moved Pikachu's body and carried the Jade Spirit dagger behind his back. The dagger was carried behind Pikachu and looked like a big knife. Pick up, all troops attack. Rushu Pikachu pointed the Jade Spirit dagger forward and gave an order. A large army composed of hundreds of Pikachus rushed towards the Grey World. If any sacred tree master saw this scene, I'm afraid I'm going to be stunned. Who here entered the Grey World for the first time and wasn't cautious, fearing that he would die if he went there? He rushed towards the Grey World like this. He was simply not a human being. No. It's like these guys are not human in the first place. Entering the Grey Realm, a background panel appeared in front of Lu Shu. Grey Realm, location, City of the Living Dead, coordinates, 44, 44, danger coefficient, E. Background, in this long-rotted city, all the humans you see are dead. Grey fog suddenly enveloped the surroundings. Lu Shu looked around. Below is a ruined street, with the Lu tree as the center of the circle. Everything within a radius of 5 meters was covered with grey mist. Beyond that, nothing can be seen. In this case, the senses are infinitely compressed. Only when walking forward can you see the scene in front of the grey fog, but the field of view has been compressed to within 5 meters. No, not just the view. Even the sound will be isolated by the grey fog. In other words, no matter which sacred tree master comes to the Grey World for the first time, the range of senses is quite limited. A cold breath came to my face. The biting cold seems to penetrate the skin and penetrate into the soul. This is a strange world without life. In the Grey World, even the rules exist from the old era that have been abandoned long ago. Is this the Grey World? Lu Shu took a deep breath. He was certain that the sacred tree masters in the world public screen, who could discuss the Grey World, were only a minority among a billion people. This colorless world has a visual range of only 5 meters. God knows what monsters will come out of the surrounding fog. In the Grey World, when you see danger, the danger is already around you. Pick up, put into defensive formation. Lu Shu commanded calmly. Under his arrangement, all the Pikachus spread out in all directions, forming a large circular formation. The distance between each Pikachu was kept at 5 meters. When the formation was spread out, Lu Shu used resonance. In an instant, the visions of 100 Pikachus were connected together, and the range of vision also changed from the original 5 meters to 500 meters. The advantage is that the senses become wider. Of course, the disadvantage is it seems that if Pikachu is scattered, the combat power cannot be gathered together instantly, but according to the dungeon intelligence that Lu Shu has seen, the danger coefficient of the City of the Living Dead is only E level. The chance of any Pikachu being killed instantly is very low. Pick up, forward. Lu Shu commanded the large army, maintaining the formation and moving forward. Through the 500-meter field of view, you can see that this is a disabled city. The roads are bumpy, the buildings have collapsed, and the past civilization no longer exists. Just here at this time, a numbing chewing sound followed a Pikachu's senses and fell into Lu Shu's ears. In his field of vision, a ragged zombie was sitting in the ruins, eating wood. Zombie, category, living. Dead, danger coefficient, E-, perception range, 1 meter, power, 2. Speed, 1. Defense, 2. Description, resident of the city of the living dead, low threat. This tip. Lu Shu was stunned. The last time I saw a similar prompt like this was on the talent selection interface. Turn out to be, in the gray world, this prompt will appear again. Lu Shu felt happy, with the reminder, wouldn't he be able to predict the danger in advance? This zombie's perception range is very limited, only 1 meter, therefore, even if a zombie enters Lu Shu's field of vision, he will not be aware of it. However, could it be that some monster's perception ability exceeds 5 meters? When encountering a stronger enemy, it means that the enemy is in the light and I am in the dark. In this case, Lu Shu still has to be careful. Maybe deep in the invisible gray fog, maybe there are terrible enemies who can notice his arrival. Snap! Pikachu stepped forward and released the lightning power. When the lightning fell on the zombie instantly turned into a black mist and dispersed. However, nothing fell out. I had promised to kill the monsters and drop the equipment. Lu Shu thought for a while, it should be because the zombie level is too low, right? He walked forward and encountered a few more zombies. Lu Shu was too lazy to do anything. At this moment, a prompt sounded again. Ringing in the ears. 5 meters ahead on the left, a normal level skill illustration appears. 5 meters ahead on the left, a large zombie appears. Large zombie, category, living dead, danger coefficient, E. Perception range, 3 meters, power, 5. Speed, 3. Defense, 7. Description, it's bigger, so it's best not to be targeted by this guy. In the field of vision, a relatively well-preserved house appeared. It seems to be a carpenter's shop. However, there is a huge zombie lurking in the store. It's just that the perception of large zombies is only 3 meters, still unable to pose any threat to Lu Shu. Out of perception range, Pikachu unleashes lightning. With no doubt, the large zombie was instantly killed by lightning. Lu Shu passed quickly. Pikachu moved very fast, and he quickly went from the middle of the team to the carpenter's shop. A yellow drawing, shining slightly, appeared in front of Lu Shu's eyes. Pick up the blueprint. Congratulations on your entry-level carpentry skills. You can use wood to build simple houses, make modifications, and create a variety of wooden furniture. The wood collecting ability has been unlocked for you. Detection, primary wood material appears 2 meters away from you. Collect primary wood X10. Chapter 18. You are listening at NaVoFull.audio. After the boss is killed, this area becomes a safe zone. Scan again. Got several packets of primary fertilizer. After a day of fighting, Lu Shu asked all Pikachu to be on standby near the manor. After releasing so many powers, most Pikachu have entered a state of exhaustion and need to rest to regain their mental strength. Ding. Your advanced aura fruit tree has reached maturity, and the advanced aura fruit plus 100. Lu Shu's expression was suddenly shocked. After such a long battle, before you know it, the high-level spiritual energy fruits have been harvested. Can I go back and control my body first while maintaining the resonant state? This thought just crossed Lu Shu's mind, and then the scene before him was back to the sacred tree island. The sun was shining brightly and the flowers and grass were fragrant. After exploring the gray world, Lu Shu unexpectedly found this island, which was particularly special. Pleasing to the eye. The state of resonance is still there. Lu Shu was surprised to find that using the resonance power, he could switch between Pikachu and his own body at will. In this case, whatever happens on the island, you just need to cut back and that's it. As for Pikachu who remains in the gray world, he is protected by 99 companions. As long as you don't encounter a boss battle, there is basically no danger. Get out of the cabin. I saw the advanced spiritual energy fruit tree, already covered with crystal clear fruits. Like the blue sky. The appearance of the high-grade spiritual energy fruit seems to be poured into the most beautiful art of nature. Looking from a distance, the fruits are swaying in the wind, seeming to merge with the sky. Lu Shu immediately stepped forward, picked off a high-grade spiritual energy fruit, and bit it gently. Suddenly, when the unparalleled juice spreads on the tip of the tongue, it is the ultimate umami taste that can never be found in the world. The moment the tips of your teeth touch the fruit, the spiritual energy fruit instantly melts in your mouth and flows into your esophagus. Your whole body suddenly feels nourished by the ocean of natural spiritual energy. Pure and incomparable spiritual energy traveled up and down Lu Shu's body, boom. Just a bite. He actually broke through to the 6th level of Qi training. The effect of high-grade fruits is also great. Lu Shu couldn't help but clicked his tongue. He quickly sat down cross-legged, and after eating a high-grade spiritual energy fruit, he began to practice and started to practice. 10,000 yuan ju, boom. Another breakthrough sound sounded, when the whole high-grade spiritual energy fruit after the spiritual energy fruit was eaten. Lu Shu's cultivation reached the 7th level of Qi training. And there were 99 such fruits on the tree. He picked 10 of them in one go. Lu Shu began to run the 10,000 yuan ju non-stop. Practice as fast as possible. Boom. Boom. The sound of breakthrough sounded 3 times in a row. The 8th level of Qi training. The 9th level of Qi training. Finally, a ray of light appeared on Lu Shu's body. As that brilliance washed over his whole body, the next second, Lu Shu broke through to a new level. Character, Divine Tree Master, Tree Raider, Ability, Resonance, Skills, Beginner Carpentry, Intermediate Minor, Advanced Decomposition, Training Level, Acquired Level 1. Talent, 100-fold Increase, SSS-level, Fruit of All Realms, SSS-level, Spring Revival, SSS-level, Luck, E. Spirit, B. Divine Tree, 1, Breakthrough to the Acquired Realm. Besides, mental power has also been upgraded to B level. Lu Shu took a deep breath. He stretched out his fingers slightly to condense the spiritual energy in his body. Suddenly, a white air flow burst out and landed on the grass 5 meters away, leaving a few inches behind. The hole. Just a casual blow. Not only can monks in the Hotian realm hurt people from a distance, but they can also do good damage. They are stronger and can fight longer than those in the Qi training realm. Now they can also shoot through their opponents. Belch. Lu Shu burped. He successfully broke through to a new level. However, there is still a lot of spiritual energy in his body that has not been digested. If he eats the spiritual energy fruit at this time, the effect will not be good. He needs to wait for a while to consolidate his new state. Realm of Breakthrough. By the way, try out your newly acquired skills. Lu Shu has not forgotten that he has been exploring the Grey World during this period and has acquired the skills of carpentry, minor, and decomposition. Try the carpentry skills first. Do you want to consume X5 wood and make X1 wooden table? Yes. The next second, Lu Shu stretched out his right hand. A white light appeared before his eyes. After 1 second of reading, a brand new wooden table with relatively good craftsmanship appeared in front of me. This ability is really convenient. Lu Shu smiled. Next, he spent 20x wood to make a row of wooden frames. When the wooden frames were ready, Lu Shu took out the mutated wild boar from the warehouse and hung it on it, preparing to make it. Bacon. Then, come to the edge of the island. Do you want to consume X10,000 or to create a line of defense? Yes. The next second, surrounding the sacred tree island, streaks of white light appeared next to the gray mist. It took a full 10 minutes to read the article. Finally, the defense line is constructed. At a glance, a majestic city wall composed of or surrounds the island, like a natural barrier, separating the Grey World and the island. If there is an invasion from the Grey World, at least, this line of defense can resist for a while and give Lu Shu enough time to react. And piranha seeds. Lu Shu obtained a total of 20 piranha seeds in the copy of Death Manor. With the blessing of Spring Resurrection, 2,000 piranha flowers can be produced. Although this kind of monster is at the level of cannon fodder, it is better in numbers. 20 seeds were buried around the ore product. Piranha. Production cycle, 3.65 days, 365/100. There is an ore defense line, with the addition of more than 2,000 piranha flowers. Before you know it, Lu Shu's island will also have an army. Return to the sacred tree. The primary aura fruit tree, life fruit tree and devil fruit tree have all completed their last production. After Lu Shu put all the primary spiritual energy fruits into the warehouse, he activated the decomposition. You decompose the aura fruit tree, high grade wood plus 450. You decompose the life fruit tree, high-grade wood plus 600. You decompose the devil fruit tree, high-grade wood plus 650. This time through decomposition, a total of 1,700 high-grade wood was harvested. It is indeed a skill rewarded by the achievement system. It's so useful, Lu Shu couldn't help but sigh. At this moment, a voice sounded in his ears. Ding. You got a ninja fruit. Chapter 19. You are listening at NaVoFull.audio. The ninja fruit has also reached maturity. Lu Shu looked towards the direction of the sacred tree. A black fruit grew out of the branches and leaves, as deep as a ninja in the dark night. Ninja fruit can gain a ninjutsu power. Sure enough, it is a superpower type fruit. Lu Shu's heart moved slightly. He walked forward, after decomposing the life fruit tree, primary spiritual energy fruit tree and devil fruit tree. Now, Lu Shu has 3 extra subspecies spiritual tree positions. Bury the ninja fruit in the soil. Soon, a new subspecies spiritual tree rose up from the ground under the nourishment of the divine tree. Ninja fruit tree, variety, subspecies spirit tree, product, ninja fruit, cycle, 3.65 days, 365 out of 100, production times remaining, 2, ninja fruits are not as rare as devil fruits. However, the number of productions reached 2. This means that I can harvest a total of 200 ninja fruits. In addition, ninja fruit is definitely not like devil fruit, where you can only take one type. This means that Lu Shu himself can also get a superpower. And the extra fruits can be left for Pikachu to take. Correct. Premium fertilizer. Lu Shu remembered that he was in Death Manor, but he obtained high-grade fertilizer. Now, the time to use the primary fertilizer of the sacred tree has come. It is time to replace it with new fertilizer. The 100-fold increase, coupled with the high-grade fertilizer, will have a great impact on the growth of the sacred tree. The increase is very exciting. Do you want to use premium fertilizer X1? Yes. Your sacred tree is absorbing high-grade fertilizer, and its growth points are plus 50. Your sacred tree is absorbing high-grade fertilizer, and its growth points are plus 50. At this time, it suddenly started to rain lightly. It's been a long time since it rained. This wave of rain can be described as timely rain. The water in Lu Shu's big basin has been used to water the sacred tree during this period, and it is almost running out of water. In this way, not only the saved water has been replenished, the sacred tree has also received double buff blessings. Absorb rainwater, absorb advanced fertilizer, under superposition. The growth rate of the sacred tree has increased horribly. Lu Shu's heart moved and he opened the panel to Divine Tree, Stage, Primary Spiritual Tree, Sunlight, 110/day, 1.1 by 100, Spiritual Energy, 110/day, 1.1 by 100, Subspecies Spiritual Tree Remaining Capacity, 2. Product, Life Fruit, Production Cycle, 2 days, 900 divided by 450 is equal to 2, Growth Points, 3,625, 9.9 x 100 equals 990/day, Next Stage, Intermediate Spiritual Tree, 5,000 Growth Points. With the increase of high-grade fertilizer and rainwater, the growth rate of the sacred tree has reached nearly 1,000/day. And unknowingly, the growth point of the sacred tree has reached 3,625. It only takes 2 days to grow into an intermediate spiritual tree. By then, whether it is the grade of the fruits produced, the remaining number of subspecies spiritual trees, or even the number of fruits produced at the same time, they will all be improved. What surprised Lu Shu the most was that Fruit of Life has been waiting for several rounds. The next product of the divine tree is finally the Fruit of Life. This time, the maturity cycle of the Fruit of Life has increased a lot. Under normal circumstances, it takes 900 days to hatch, also because of the divine tree. The fruit produced by the tree will be of higher and higher grade, and will definitely grow accordingly during the maturity period. However, Lu Shu has high-grade fertilizer. The growth rate of 4.5 times has become 450 times with a 100-fold increase. 9. The Fruit of Life, which can only be grown in the wind and sun for hundreds of days, can be grown in Lu Shu in just 2 days. Ninja Fruit Tree, 100 fruits that originally took a year to harvest are now, in 450 with a double increase. It doesn't even take a day to reach the first production cycle. So cool. Lu Shu couldn't help but sigh with a smile. The time to wait for the fruit harvest does not seem to need to be so long. Cultivation reaches the acquired state. Now, Lu Shu's mental power has not only been greatly improved, but even the consumption from the previous battle has been fully restored. Just when he was about to use resonance to return to the Grey World Pikachu, an invitation suddenly popped up in front of Lu Shu. The Sacred Tree Master, Mu Tingfeng, invites you to conduct a transaction. Agree. When the trading panel opened, Mu Tingfeng put the primary fertilizer into the trading box. Are there any spiritual energy fruits? I want to exchange them with you. Sorry, primary fertilizer is not available. Lu Shu decisively refused. What a joke. Now for me, the basic fertilizer can be thrown into the transaction interface, to exchange for other things. There are still 2 packs of high-level fertilizer. There are more intermediate fertilizers than you can use. It's over. Mu Tingfeng's heart moved slightly. She also guessed that Lu Shu got the first kill of the first boss and definitely got a big advantage in the dungeon, but, if there is no good fruit to eat, she will die. Mu Tingfeng, I can exchange it with you for a superpower fruit, but you need to give me that fruit regularly. What kind of superpower fruit? The next second, the primary fertilizer on the transaction panel was replaced by a dark purple fruit by Mu Tingfeng. Lu Shu's eyes moved slightly and he clicked on the information to view it. Teleportation fruit, type, superpower fruit, function, able to mark between 2 points and then teleport. It turned out to be a teleportation fruit. Lu Shu's eyes lit up. This kind of fruit is not a particularly advanced teleportation. Simply put, you can mark the places you have visited and then teleport back and forth. Although it is not an advanced fruit, due to the recent increase in it has attracted many sacred tree masters who have entered the Grey World to explore, so this kind of fruit is very popular in the market, with a price but no market. Unexpectedly, Mu Tingfeng can even produce this kind of fruit. Okay, I can exchange it with you. Lu Shu quickly agreed. Mu Tingfeng said, I need 3 days to get one of your fruits. Shuren, no, 7 days at most. My production cycle is 7 days. Playing to lower the price. All children know this, right? How could Lu Shu not know what Mu Tingfeng is thinking? This little trick of raising prices and lowering expectations is of no use to him anymore. However, 7 days was obviously within Mu Tingfeng's expectations. Okay, 7 days then. Mu Tingfeng was a little depressed. Did he spend the price of a power fruit just to satisfy his appetite once a week? Thinking about it, it seems a bit of a loss. Mu Tingfeng said, I used the power fruit to redeem it. Your fruit has been harvested. Do you have any gifts? Lu Shu thought for a while. He placed another fruit on it. It was a high-level spiritual energy fruit. As for why he wanted to give a better fruit as a gift, Lu Shu actually had a deeper meaning. Mu Tingfeng's eyes moved slightly. This extra fruit. She didn't expect that the other party would agree to give it away so quickly, and also give him another special fruit. Originally, Mu Tingfeng was thinking about how to make more money, but in the end, the other party seemed to take the initiative to gain some money for himself. That being the case, let's seal the deal. A notification sound came from Lu Shu's ear. Ding. You have obtained a teleportation fruit. Chapter 20. You are listening at NaVoFull.audio. When the transaction was completed, Lu Shu immediately chose to swallow the teleportation fruit. This kind of fruit only needs to be used by yourself and is not intended to be exchanged in the trading place. Firstly, this might expose his ability, and the future enemies in the Grey World might not only be monsters, but also other divine tree masters. Secondly, as for exchanging higher-level fruits, Lu Shu set his sights on Mu Tingfeng. This woman is not simple. And Lu Shu also saw that she was very interested in his fruit. In this case, why not buy more advanced spiritual energy fruits and exchange them directly with Mu Tingfeng? Not only can you hide your abilities, but you can also exchange low-cost high-grade spiritual energy fruits for good things. After swallowing the teleportation fruit, a prompt sounded in his ears. Ding. You have gained a new power, teleportation. Lu Shu had more knowledge about the use of teleportation powers in his mind. Before using teleportation, you need to engrave a teleportation array. The method is also quite simple. You only need to consume mental energy to carve a magic circle pattern on the spot. Following the method in his mind, Lu Shu closed his eyes, concentrated his energy, and carved the pattern of the magic circle on the ground. As the strange light continued to outline on the ground, not for long, near the sacred tree, a teleportation array with a radius of about 5 meters suddenly appeared. Moreover, with the power of resonance, Lu Shu can freely switch back and forth between Pikachu and the island. Using Pikachu's body, you can create a teleportation array in the Grey World. It's equivalent to having the ability to quickly return to the city at any time. Even if the Grey World starts to invade the island, Pikachu can come back in time to fight. Ding! Your advanced aura fruit tree has reached the production cycle, and the advanced aura fruit plus 100. Lu Shu's eyes lit up and he secretly said in his heart, it is indeed a high-grade fertilizer. The production cycle of subspecies spiritual trees is generally 365 days. This increase will take less than a day to bear fruit. That the advanced aura fruit tree has reached its second production cycle. Fruits as translucent as the sky cover the entire tree. At first glance, they are quite eye-catching. There are so many fruits that I can't finish them all. Lu Shu smiled bitterly. Even if it is used to cultivate immortality, so many fruits cannot be digested. Correct. I can't finish it, so why don't I just give it to Pikachu? As long as you use the teleportation array to teleport Pikachu back from the Grey World, you can swallow the aura fruit to increase your potential. Use the ability to resonate. The field of view switches again. The Grey World, the manner of death, switched to Pikachu's body. Lu Shu opened his eyes immediately. After he woke up, the first thing he did was to start carving a teleportation array on the spot. It didn't take long. The teleportation array is drawn. Pick up, all members assembled. Lu Shu called all the Pikachus to the teleportation array, preparing to try the teleportation ability. When everyone was concentrated, with Lu Shu's thought, a teleportation light suddenly enveloped 100 Pikachus. Body. Transmission in progress. 1098, after 10 seconds of reading. Buzz. Accompanied by a strange sound, the teleportation light curtain poured down like a waterfall in the Milky Way. The next second, all Pikachu returned to the island. When the Pikachus came back, they all tilted their heads, their little heads filled with big question marks. Weren't you in another place just now? Why are you back? Lu Shu pointed at the high-level spiritual energy fruit tree and said with a smile, thank you for your hard work. Go pick the fruits and eat them. All Pikachu's eyes suddenly straightened, and they decisively gave up thinking and no longer thought about those complicated issues, with expressions on their faces. They moved their bodies honestly and ran to pick fruits to eat. Ba! Ba! The sound of joyful chewing echoed next to the sacred tree. Belch! The Pikachus burped one after another. It didn't take long, all the little cuties had eaten a high-level aura fruit. At this time, the pet panel popped up in front of Lu Shu's eyes. Pikachu, type, Pokemon, power, 100,000 volts, shock fruit, physical, C+, speed, A. Mental, A. Comprehensive potential, S+. Lu Shu's eyes lit up. These hundreds of Pikachus have not only had their attributes enhanced in all aspects, but their potential has also reached S+. I have to say that Pikachu's innate mental power is really powerful. It has reached level A. In addition to powerful abilities, mental strength is also very important. Only with enough mental power can you fully unleash the power of your supernatural powers. I thought I could catch up with my mental power, but I didn't expect that Pikachu would catch up with me again. Lu Shu couldn't help but smile bitterly. Pikachu's mental power has reached level A. His own mental power is only level B until now. I have to say that it is too difficult for the Divine Tree Master to improve his mental power. However, if other Sacred Tree Masters knew Lu Shu's current mental power level, they would probably vomit blood. Most of the Sacred Tree Masters were almost exhausted when they finished carving a teleportation array, and collapsed on the ground, as if they didn't drink more. Bottle of kidney treasure, people are going to die. And Lu Shu carved 2 teleportation formations in succession, as if it was not consumed at all. If others knew this, I am afraid they would directly doubt life. All Pikachu have evolved, and their mental power everything has been restored to full status, and the strength has been enhanced. Continue exploring towards the gray mist. Lu Shu tasted the benefits of exploring the dungeon, and quickly commanded all the Pikachus to gather in the teleportation array. With such a powerful force, can the gray world be called a dangerous place? It is simply a treasure for Lu Shu to dig out. It's too early to be too late. As the light curtain changed, Pikachu's army returned to the gray world again. Next, Lu Shu quickly made a decision: go directly to the ghost town. Kill stronger monsters. After Pikachu swallowed the advanced aura fruit, all his potentials were increased to S+, making him much more powerful. Regardless of the fact that the mental power has been upgraded from B to a level, however, now that Pikachu uses the power of the earthquake fruit, not only the power has been greatly improved, but the consumption is relatively not that high. Now, there is no need to save the shock fruit until the boss battle to use it again. When dealing with elite monsters, the power of the shock fruit can occasionally be used. In this way, the 2 abilities can be used freely, which is of great significance for improving combat. In addition to the ability to shake fruits, ghosts are gray world monsters who are afraid of thunder and lightning. Pikachu is their nemesis. Therefore, only Lu Shu dared to explore the ghost town so boldly, although the dungeon there is much more dangerous than Death Manor, but as the saying goes, the greater the risk, the greater the reward. And after Pikachu's large army has been strengthened, these are his trump cards to deal with risks. All ready to go. Next, Lu Shu led 100s plus Pikachu to the ghost town, another sacred tree island. 2 fruits appeared in Mu Yutingfeng's hand, a low-level spiritual energy fruit in the left hand and a high-level spiritual energy fruit in the right hand. This fruit. Mu Yutingfeng's eyes moved slightly. Obviously, high-level Reiki fruits look more advanced than low-level Reiki fruits. Could it be that after he received the boss reward, his divine tree ability also improved? Mu Yutingfeng secretly guessed in her heart, that guy's sacred tree should have just been cultivated from a sapling into a primary spiritual tree, right? Therefore, the grade of the fruit has also been improved. Mu Yutingfeng first chose to take the low-level spiritual energy fruit. She likes to leave all the delicious food behind. 3 times 5 divides 2, the whole spiritual energy fruit soon entered Mu Yutingfeng's mouth. Come to life. Take a long breath. After satisfying this verbal desire, Mu Yutingfeng's face showed a look of enjoyment. Of course, 1 fruit is not enough. Next, this brand new fruit. Mu Yutingfeng hesitated for a moment. However, put the advanced spiritual energy fruit to her mouth and bit it down. The next second, her body trembled suddenly.